Happy November the 5th, everyone. Welcome aboard to another session of Forensic Analytics, in this case, timing Bitcoin. As many of you are already familiar and know, timing the market, not only Bitcoin, is an extremely complex task, where many traders, of course, fail to time the market properly, or sometimes focusing on timing the market only rather than trading also can be a little misleading, and it's not the point that we are going to present today. Today, we would like to portray the work that we have been working on in our room, only to portray, to present the arguments, the variables where Bitcoin may be heading to. I believe we talk about this potential outcome about a week or so, if I remember correctly, potentially probably a week ago within the public section. However, to start with the chart, once again, welcome everyone. Welcome aboard to Forensic Analytics, where we traders reconstruct prior events, prior events that can take place on future price development. And now that we're here into the future, we're going to be navigating the price action on Bitcoin mainly today to see what those variables are telling us and where or when, in this case, the next intersection between price and time may be taking us. For context, we were expecting a move today for November the 5th, which indeed has been taking place. However, let's jump into the technicals to dive into the price action based on Fibonacci application, retracement, and also the time projections for the time axis. As you guys can observe in the chart, we have a 4-hour time frame here on the price action for BTC. First and foremost, I'm going to double check. I'm going to check the levels on the stream, make sure everything is running and nothing is going on with the settings, or nothing wrong is going on with the settings. I often get some issues. However, my apologies. Flying this on the background is not as easy as many people may think. Okay. All right. Starting with the price action on BTC, I would like to illustrate that here on this naked chart, we were tracking the early formation, or last week, I believe, where I personally executed a long position. Okay. This is not going to be a video where we enter an exit position, but only to present that the type of work that we are doing within the room is actually, I believe, is working. Okay. Or I believe that the interpretation of these readings are being, or has been taking place, not only recently, but for over years now. Okay. Only, once again, a repetition for a W to an M and vice versa. A W leading us to an M formation, as well as an M formation leading us to a W formation. This is where multi-harmonic structure comes into place. We start with harmonics, basic retracement level, support and resistance, and now we're moving more into an M to a W, right? Combining these two harmonic ratios, or these two harmonic framework, within the multi-harmonic framework. Once again, this might be a little more complex. However, if we portray the levels within this segment of the move, okay, here a simple view, it may seem a naked chart, okay? Once again, remember, this is Forensic Analytics. Therefore, we are reconstructing prior events that can take place on future price development. And now that we're here on November the 5th, the next important price action, for those of you unfamiliar, we're looking for November the 10th. What may occur or not during that time will be up for each one to decide. If you guys want to check it out or check us out on marble6.com, the invitation to Discord is there for anyone who would like to join freely. Of course, we have discussion, private membership, as well as a public for anyone who would like to join. Now, taking the salesman aside, right? Because that's not my forte. Or what I would like to present here is that we were tracking in the room a pending W formation within this segment of the move, okay? This is important as to where we may go next for November the 10th, now that November the 5th has been indeed respected. Here in this segment of the move, let's go back in time, okay? Speaking of time analysis, let's go back in time to portray the levels that we were tracking within this entire context, okay? Within the 4-hour time frame. Going back to this previous room, or the previous week within the room, On October 26th, I presented the argument for a long position in a video within the room, once again, a 67,000 region, aiming at least towards 71,000 to 72,000 to where at another M formation, okay? An M formation that could lead us to a W within the 72,000 region. Of course, we have an overspill to 73,000, which, by the way, that was our stop loss. Switching from the long to the short in this context, we then achieve those levels, okay? From that time, October 26th, we're projecting that upward traction, okay? We're after achieving the levels and overshooting even 73,600, we then started to aim for a short position for this W formation. The setup, of course, is posted in the room. Everything is detailed and everything is presented there with more in-depth with follow-ups and updates. Okay, we then presented the short execution for that argument. That was also presented during that time, 7 days ago, a week ago or so. Okay, as mentioned before. Presented the short execution, the stop loss, by the way, with the lucky number at 73,777. Where did we go? 73,620, about $157 near our stop loss. However, it did not get triggered. We got a downward move for all these levels, the common areas of retracement from the entire advance, the C to the D, as the new support level. Okay, now that we have achieved all those targets, okay, we're then moving into another M formation or a W, depending on the context. In this case, after an upward traction, we then move into what the next levels may be within this context. Okay, after achieving all the targets, of course, we then move into another potential outcome. Okay, once again, from the W, the long. After achieving the long's target, we switch to the short. And now what occurred at these levels is where we currently are for November the 5th. Okay, I was tracking an M formation, okay, with an upward move towards a C to the D, rejection at the C leg of the move, completion point today or yesterday, I believe, with a reactionary move today on November the 5th, the upward traction nearly 5 to 6%, after finding support within this completion point at 0.786, 67,339, overspill to 66,800. There is a pending PRC, a pending Fibonacci or harmonic ratio at the 0.886, around 66,500, potentially an overspill to 66,000 even, or rounded number, okay? We will see. However, the reactionary move that we obtained, okay, was at the 0.786. I'm only observing for now after taking a long, then a short. From here, I'm not trying to overtrade, my friends. This is the way I personally trade. Therefore, I only present the levels, the arguments, the way I normally trade, okay? And of course, none of these represent financial advice, but rather an interpretation of the market information. So here, November the 1st, okay? After a short execution, all targets achieved, we then look for another M formation, new support levels that may potentially be constructed within this time frame, which is a 4-hour. We then indeed completed those levels. However, I mentioned that I was going to wait within the sidelines until the next intersection between price and time. And this is where we may be heading to for November the 10th. What may occur at those levels, once again, if you guys are interested to check that out, you guys can always visit us at marvelpsix.com. From that turning point, okay, this is where we currently are. So let's move now into the current price action to see what those levels are, okay? Now, moving into the current information that was printed yesterday, November the 4th. However, the price action, the reactive move of that pending formation back then, completed today. We then indeed accomplished the long execution that I posted in my video, 67 to the short, now to the lows, remaining on the sidelines after 2 trades, okay? Then I need to compute other variables within the segment of the move that may take us up until, once again, November the 10th. What occurred at those levels will be, of course, already posted in the room. What the expectations may be, okay, and how high can we go in the event of another upward trajectory. Everything is detailed in the room. I believe I also presented those arguments a week ago, so nothing changed. I believe we presented the UTAD scenario for the upthrust after distribution that may still be in the cards. If you guys want to watch that video, go back into last week, I believe. It is posted within the same context, okay? Everything remains within the same context until something changes, until a shift in sequence within the higher lows on the daily time frame, okay? I believe the euphoria is being built now within the crypto space. However, we're not calling here for $1 million price on BTC, neither 100,000. We're rather moving accordingly, presenting those arguments accordingly on the 4-hour and the daily time frame prior to making any such a crazy number, okay? We do know how the crypto space work, meaning that when the momentum or the euphoria is within extreme highs, not only in crypto, but in market general, this is normally where we need to rather approach the market more cautiously optimistic, okay? Everyone, this is only a brief interpretation or a brief stream today, only to portray that we are tracking, even though we're not doing the live stream as often as we want on the public section. We're still working within the room where everything is pretty much detailed, of course. And if you guys have any interest, you can always visit us at marble6.com. It will take you directly to our Discord, okay? If I have a demonstration here, only for those who are not familiar, once again, because we're trying to let our work there be known within, of course, the framework, respecting the legends of the past that we are tracking the work from Wyckoff, Gann, Garley, Richard Schumacher, as well as, of course, the father of technical analysis for Charles Dow. Here, if you guys are interested, get started. Click the button. It will take you to step 1, joining the Discord. You click there and everything is pretty much intuitable from that point on. Everyone, thank you for being here. I'll see you guys on the next one. And remember to live a life with an attitude of gratitude. Remember, November the 10th is the next intersection between price and time. So if you are interested, follow us. Once again, marble6.com. Cheers.